Hi, Sarah here. I'm going to show you how there's a pumpkin file in a bundle on Design Bundles right now that I made a shirt out of yesterday. I've been asked to show how I took the file and made the background for it. So I'm going to show you what I did. I have two things here. I have the file that I've uploaded, and these are the words. You can see I actually made these I made the offset in Corel Draw. The offset is the shadow layer. I made that in Corel Draw. Corel Draw is a fairly expensive program. You can do the exact same thing in a free program called Inkscape. It's an open source program that can be installed from the trusted sources inkscape.org. So you can see that I have the two words. I curved it in Inkscape or in Corel Draw. And then here's my offset for that and my offset for that. So I'm going to put this to the side for now. I've already turned off my grid. If you don't know how to do that, it's right here, upper corner. So where my pointer is, that right there. Hit it once and it'll make it bigger. Hit it twice and it'll go away. That's what you want to do. So the first thing I need to do is I need to make this as big as I can. So I'm going to make it that large. And what I want to do, I need to get rid of that. And I'm going to make a screenshot of it. In Windows 10, you'll go to your Start menu, type in Snip, bring up Snipping Tool, click on that. And it takes a minute to come up, and I don't know why. So just one second. Let me see if I can get it to come up down here. I have mine right on my toolbar here at the bottom, but I don't know why it always takes so long to come up. It's a hassle. Okay, probably because I have 9,000 things running at once on my system. Okay, here we go. So here is my snipping tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to New, and then I'm going to draw a square around the pumpkin. Okay, and then it'll bring this screen up. Just pull it down here so you can see it. And I'm going to go to File, Save As, and I'm going to save it as Pumpkin 20. Save. I can get rid of this now. And then I'm going to go to, I'm going to reduce the size of this so that I don't have a massive amount of things on this tiny screen. And I'm going to go to Upload. I'm going to go to Upload. I'm going to go to Browse. And I'm going to go to Pumpkin 20. Okay, and I'm gonna bring that up. And okay, so I'm gonna click complex. I don't know why, but I always do that. What you want to do here is you only want to clean up your outside. So that's the outside. Here, let me make it smaller so you can see everything that I'm doing. I cleaned up that outside. I'm gonna clean up this right here. I'm gonna clean up this right here. That's it. You want a silhouette of the outside of it. Okay, so I'm going to go to Continue and pick this one. That's actually the print and cut, not the cut. But I'm just doing this so that you can see that that is a silhouette. So I need to size these to the exact same size. So I'm going to size them to say 6.5. And then I will do the other one to 6.5. And now I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna go over my layers panel, and I'm going to change the color of this one so you can actually see what we're doing. And I'm going to arrange, move that to the back, and then I'm going to put this one over it. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to select both of these. So draw a square on both, have them both selected, go to Align, Center. You can see them centered over one another. And now what I need to do is I want to slice it, okay? So bottom right, slice. Okay. That's okay. I don't know why that happens. It's not a problem. You don't. Well, here, let me actually step back one. That happened last time too, and I don't know why. So before I go any further, I'm just going to select this top layer, and I'm going to duplicate it, okay, so that I have one that isn't whatever is going on there. It's just a design space error. It's not a big deal. So now I have my extra layer. Now I'm going to select the two, and I'm going to slice. Okay. And now I'm going to get rid of, this one that, the top layer, I can get rid of that. I don't need that anymore. And there's always two. Anyone who sliced knows that. Get rid of the first one. Get rid of the second one. Okay. So now what you want to do, this here, this two spirals where those were, you don't need those. So go ahead and give yourself some shapes. It's a little bit of work at first, but you know, anything that's good is, right? So I'm going to take this, move this down a little bit. Get these off to the side over here. And I'll take this and I'll slice as much of it as I can off in a single slice. And slice. Okay, move this over so that I can just delete these. Take this back over here. Take as much as I can over on this side. Obviously as much as I can without affecting the... And then slice that away. Get rid of that. Ah, darn it. Delete, delete, delete. And then we'll take this. I'm gonna get a couple more of these. Okay, and now you'll unlock that. Turn that into kind of like that, right? Something like that. That should work just fine. Stick that right down in here. Select both. Slice. And delete that. And kind of do the same type of thing over here. Turn that into a bit of an oval. And turn it so it fits right down in there. Make it a little bit smaller. Got to make sure when you're doing this that you're not slicing away any of the actual image that what you're trying to keep. So like I said, I mean it's definitely a little bit of work, but the end product is 1000% worth it. This is seriously in my top 5 projects that I've ever made, and I've been working with cutting machines for a very long time. So delete. We're almost there. Okay, select, slice. It's just I'm cleaning up these little tiny bits on the outside. Honestly, I could just leave those. The cutting machine would cut them, and it would just, it just wouldn't weed away. It would be fine, but just for the sake of argument here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slice that all away. Get rid of that. Take this down here. I'm just going to select all these little bits and get rid of them. Okay, take this up here. We're almost done. We have like 4 or 5 little bits left. It'll just take a minute. Okay, and then that. Oops. Make sure we don't get that stem in there. Okay. slice, delete. Oops, don't want to delete that, that's for sure. Okay, so we'll delete that, and okay, select that, delete that. Delete. This is the hard part. We're literally super close to being done here. This is the part that's kind of a pain. So, slice. Delete. Delete. Oh, didn't want to do that. Good thing there's an undo button. Delete. Okay, so we got two more little bits here. So we'll duplicate and we'll make this super small. Get right in there and knock that one out. Slice that. And then oh, come on. Too much stuff for this little tiny screen. But that's okay. Like I said, we're very, very close to being done. The problem is that I'm on this little tiny screen, and so I'm having trouble grabbing the things that I need to grab to get, like my little circles getting caught in the pumpkin. Okay, there we go. So this last little bit right here, it's the last bit. Select, slice. Okay. Now, we're going to take this to the side just so I can clean up all these little bits. Delete. Ah. Delete. Okay. So this is what we're left with, okay? Oh, let's get rid of this too. Delete. Okay. So this is what we're left with. Now what we want to do is now we're going to need a square. And we're going to need this diamond. Okay, and what we're going to do, take this square, move it down here, take this diamond, you're going to turn it, and you're going to increase the size, and you're going to want to be covering, oh, see that's too big, decrease it just a little bit, you're going to want to be covering, and you're going to have to turn it. Again, it's a little bit of, trial and error, but you'll get it. Take that like that. Okay. So now you can see that I have all of that covered. Now click on your pumpkin and go to arrange and go to move to front. Okay. And I should have done that initially actually because it's probably a little bit easier. So take that so that it's just about right there. And then what you'll want to do, you're going to take your square and you're going to turn that, and you want to cut. So here, let me actually, I'm going to get rid of that square. I'm going to bring a circle, and that'll be a little bit easier because the pumpkin's a little bit curved. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to get as close to that as you can, and you're going to select the circle, and you're going to select, oops, not that, circle and this diamond that you had, okay? Now you're going to slice that, and you'll get rid of that, and you'll get rid of your little bits here of the diamond that you just cut out. Okay, and you still got a little tiny piece right here that's covering something that is not the stem, just in that very, very corner right there. You have a little bit that's cut, so you're going to just go ahead and take yourself a nice little circle or whatever. And you're just going to want to get that just the very corner, because you don't want to cut into the part of that that's covering the stem, because that's what you're going to use to is a cutter to cut your stem out. Okay, so what you're trying to do is you're trying to make this piece just cover the stem and not anything else. Okay, so you're going to want to select your circle, select your diamond, slice again. Okay, and that should probably just about be it. Okay, and okay, so super close, but that's perfect. So now what? Oh, darn it. Good thing for that undo button. Boy, that saves me more times than I can even count. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to... this small screen is driving me nuts. Okay, so I want to select both of these. I want to select my diamond, and I want to select my pumpkin. And I want to slice again, okay? And now get rid of the diamond and get rid of your extra piece. Okay, and there you go. So now your stem is removable. Everything is sized correctly, so this is what you want to do now. Now you're gonna, here, just for the sake of argument, I'll show you this part. We'll go ahead, we'll turn that stem green, and we'll turn the pumpkin. What a nice yellow orange, that's pretty, nice harvest color. And then you'll go like this. It'll line up absolutely perfectly when you are, after you cut it out, it'll all line up just exactly perfectly. And the nice thing is, so when you're dealing with regular HTV, there's some shrinkage when you're pressing. There's a much lesser degree of shrinkage when you're dealing with glitter HTV. Oh, excuse me. So with glitter HTV, you don't have to worry as much about the shrinkage, but you still want to, you don't want to do a full press when you're doing layers. So you'll take that first black layer, you'll lay that down, and you'll just press for 3 to 5 seconds, just long enough to get your carrier sheet off. Pull your carrier sheet off, then you can layer your orange over it, and then, press that for 3 to 5 seconds, get your carrier sheet off, and then lay your top, the, can't think of what it's called, the handle of the pumpkin. Lay that over and, just go ahead and just, real quick, 3 to 5 seconds, pull the carrier sheet off. And then, obviously if you're doing wording, do that as well. But then do a full press once you have everything done. In between layers of glitter, so after you lay the black glitter down and then you lay the orange glitter down, lint roll it. So that'll take care of any of the extra glitter that has come off of the orange glitter that's come off of your carrier sheet onto your black glitter, and it'll keep you from having that orange glitter on the black glitter. So just lint roll in between each of your layers, and then you'll have a perfect product. Now, just for the heck of it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you, I'm going to take this down here. Actually, you know what I can do to show you exactly, to show you this perfect, is I can take this down, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to attach those two. Just, oh, never mind, that didn't work. Here, I can flatten it, and that'll keep it the same color. So, I'll flatten that. Now, you're not going to want to do this before you cut. I'm just doing this for the sake of showing you what the end product is going to look like. And then you can go ahead and align center. Oh, because it's not going to be perfect because I took the sides off. But that's okay. You'll see when you put it all together, it'll all line up perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this down here, and then I'm just going to show you what I did with the words with the offset, just so you can get a feel for what I actually did here. And then I took this and I'm going to slice these all apart. So I'll need 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I only need 3. 3. Okay. So take that. Slice. Delete. Delete. Take that to the side. slice. And delete, and delete. Actually, you know what you want. Keep your black. I don't know that there is anything that is added to, you know, any size that is added to it, but the one that is sliced out always looks just the smallest bit larger. So to keep everything lining up exactly correctly, keep your original piece that you sliced from, not the piece that was sliced out. So, okay, so I'm going to change that. These are all, okay, so I'm going to change that to a cut. And I'm going to change that to white. Okay, and then I'm going to take that. And I'm going to move this to the front. Range, move to front. And I'm going to select both. And I'm going to center them. And then just so that you can see, because you can't really see, I'm going to flatten it so you can see what it really looks like. And take this one and take this one, and I'm going to change this to white as well. And I'm going to arrange, move to front, and then I'll go like that, and then I'll select both, and I will center, and again, flatten. And you're going to want to keep these together for now, okay? I'm going to move this up, because what you're going to want to do when you change the size of these, you're going to want to change the size of them at the same time so that they are, they stay the same. So that's just about right. So take that, and then you'll take these down here. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to increase my screen size so that you can see all of exactly what I'm doing. And it'll make it much easier. Okay, so I'll take this, put this right here. I wish I had more room to work with. Here, you know what I'm going to do? Apologize for all the back and forth, but okay. That'll make it easier to show you the whole thing. Okay, so move this over here, this up here, move this right here. It is just the cutest file ever. If you're wondering on that font, that is Hello Wedding. It's one of my very favorite fonts. Okay, so that's that. And I thought that this just kind of, that in-between space between the H, the first H, and the second T, it just falls right between that bottom part of the pumpkin. And there is your finished project. Okay, have a good day.